let's just go on to something cool. Christian and Bakugo are training, well actually fighting, not in like a real fight. Kirishima says, go! Bakugo is about to shoot an explosion. Christian goes for Thunderbolt. He goes, pick up! When he's about to go for a Thunderbolt, he charges up a big Thunderbolt and goes, he goes for it. He goes, for a Thunderbolt going, ah! He says, what's wrong? They say, what's wrong? He goes, ah! As he's bleeding all over while the electricity is like strangling him, kinda. He goes, ah! They say, it's just Bakugo, Christian, Kirishima, and Deku. He says, go quick! Kirishima yells, Midoriya, go get Mr. Aizawa! Mr. Aizawa could already heard it. He says, so then he releases his quirk, but Christian keeps on going, then like for some reason his neck starts to shock, going, someone make it stop it. Eraser's trying his best to stop the quirk from doing it. Everyone is there trying to calm him down because of how much it hurts and how much electricity is there. He goes, they need someone to reverse it. He says there's only one thing we can do. We need to erase this quirk for good. That's the only way it might go away. But then Eraser tries. Everyone gives their energy to Eraser so he can erase the quirk. He goes, finally stopping it. It was right about to corrupt his entire body. He goes, as he gets knocked out. He says, then when he's in Recovery Girl's office, she says, Mr. Aizawa says, what happened with him? She says, he had one of the biggest quirk malfunctions I think I've ever seen. That one looked so painful. I think most of his organs were crushed. His stomach organ was crushed from the electricity crushing down on it. His leg thighs were crushed. Basically almost every bone in his body and him is crushed. He's so lucky that he's alive. Like, that is so rare for him to be alive. Like, he is so lucky that if he was there, then Eraser tells him what happened. He said that he had one of the biggest, probably the biggest quirk malfunction ever. And he can no longer eat, move, or do anything. Like, he can barely even talk because that malfunction went straight to his throat and almost killed him. He is so lucky to be alive. Kaminaris, aka both of their parents, come in. And they say, is he okay? He goes, he's not doing too well. He had a quirk malfunction. She says, dang it, electric quirkers usually the worst ones to have this. Other than super strength quirks and quirk that enhance her body strength. She says, for an example, Kirishima's and that Deku and that Midoriya would have the worst quirk malfunctions ever. Probably had the worst ones. And also that in Mina Ashido. Bakugo too, because he could get his ears destroyed from those explosions. So those are the main people who could probably have the worst quirk malfunctions. Also, Kaminari could, because if like he like the lightning hurts, it's lightning. What else? I was just remembering something. Then when he wakes up, he's basically fine. He can still recover girl. He doesn't mean he can move again easily. So. Then Christian heads out. Then Eri comes crying in, saying that someone else called her quirk a curse again. Christian goes, "What did you just say? Someone did what now?" Then he walks out of the room, storming out. No one actually heard that. He says, then Ida looks at the news and goes, guys, we got a big ass problem. He goes, what? They all look at his phone, and then all they see is, and there's lightning everywhere. He goes, ah! They go, who pissed them off? Loudly. Christian goes and gets so pissed that he goes,
Looking for sound effects?
yes, I am looking for sound effects. He goes and gets the whole world experience paint. He goes, all they hear is, so then all they hear is,
watch carefully. This Africa, they went down when lightning struck the field. They're all okay, but that's why they put in a cloud.
he goes, dang it.
What began as a typical line of Nebraska. Tom.
Look, that's all I have. He just destroyed the entire Earth with freaking angry